the sixth point becomes staying consistent and celebrating our achievements. After losing everything in 2009, and I was putting myself in worst case scenario, as we humans do, we try to expedite our downfall. At some point, I decided to get myself evaluated because I knew there was something wrong and I couldn't figure out the way. The situation was so overwhelming that I finally decided, I'm going to go and have a sit down with the team of doctors and ask them if there's something wrong with me, or like, how should I perceive it, right? So I sat with a team of 15 doctors, 12 or 15 doctors. I mean, it was and we start talking. So the senior doctor asked me he's like, what is the reason behind your behavior? Why are you acting the way you are? Like, you are so talented and you have done so much and this and this. So I told him, I was like, I am sort of disgusted with myself. Like, I am humiliated the way I performed. Like, it is unbelievable to me that after doing so much, like, I wanted to create an empire, and it just, the foundation, just after working so many years, the foundation just, tsunami came and took off the whole foundation. So he looked at me, he's like, hold on. He's like, you seem pretty young. How old are you? And then looked at my paper, 27 years old. He's like, so how long did you work on your empire dream? And I'm like, at that point I was 5-6 years into it, and just, the foundation just got wiped. And so he's like, don't you think it's a little bit too early to think that you're going to have an empire, and just 5 years is not enough? Because empires can take lifetimes to create, and sometimes even generations for an empire to stand up. So you just working 5-6 years of really, really, really hard work, in your mind you probably think that you're eligible for that, but actually empires are not created this quickly. So you shouldn't think that empire will be out there in 5 years. It's just not there. So if you want to do something, you must stay consistent with your plan, and you must keep on doing it, and you must face the hurdles that come across and pass them. And eventually you might, if you keep on doing it, if you stay consistent, and if you don't stop and you increase your momentum and you keep on increasing your hard work, you might one day will create an empire. But for that, you must stay consistent. You cannot just give up after 5 years, a few years, that are 15. I mean, I understand it's 10, 15, 20. Sometimes some people have 20, 25 years of work, and then all of a sudden everything just, went off. And then it's really, really crazy. But that's just being human. We humans cannot control it. Some stuff is in our control and other stuff is not. And a lot of time nature will put us through the pain because we are able to tolerate that. And that lesson might not be for us, but to help someone else later on in life. And that's when you realize that maybe that was the meaning of, my life. But that's really crazy. The other part of the consistency is the celebration part. Often we forget to celebrate our small achievements. Like, we are so focused on our long-term goal. Like, we are so focused that we don't want to celebrate the small milestones that we achieved on the way. And when things like that happen, a tsunami comes, or then we weren't able to celebrate all those achievements, and now we have nothing in front of us to celebrate anyhow. So it becomes even more depressing that you weren't able to enjoy any moment along the way because you were so into the long-term happiness that we forgot to celebrate the short-term happiness as we're going through it. So that doesn't mean going out to the bar, drinking, going crazy, and just passing out. That just means that having a nice dinner, having a nice time, maybe movie, maybe going out, something like that becomes a memory. So later on, if we are in a sad mode, we can think about all these happy moments, as we humans tend to think in pictures. They become our motivation. They become our motivation for with the achievements that we did this and this, and become happy moments in our mind. So consistency, good. Keep on doing it. Follow the plan. Keep on pushing higher, but also celebrate those milestones.